My name is Lewis Harrison. I'm a practical philosopher and a game theory strategist. And I have a course online. It's $5 a month, uh, called Life Strategies Playbook. And you can find out more about that at asklewistips.com. And that's Lewis spelled Lewis, asklewistips.com. $5 a month, 60 lessons. Please subscribe here and also like it, this channel. And what we're going to start today is sort of a mapping out for you of what we're doing. These are audios. If you want to see some videos of me, you can certainly look at the description below this audio, and it will tell you where to find those about success. I have a 5-part series on success that are videos, but these are audios, and I designed them because people are telling me that they drive to work or on the train, they're jogging, or they're just in a conversation with someone they don't really want to listen to, and they use my audios instead. So this is designed for people who prefer an audio format rather than a video one. And this whole series I'm doing is an exploration of the art and science of problem solving through gamer thinking. It's based on my 2 decades of study concerning the thought patterns that are common to master gamers. And I mean video games, chess, board games, sports. They're all games in one form or another. And I've systematized my discoveries in this area and have named it Harrison's Applied Game Theory. There's actually a book on Amazon called Harrison's Applied Game Theory. And anyone can effectively apply what I offer here to maximize their potential while reducing and even eliminating unnecessary struggle. All this is done through the application of gamer-influenced strategies to solve specific problems. The end game here is to solve problems effortlessly while achieving a more successful, happier, and meaningful life. Essentially, HAGT, H-A-G-T, Harrison's Applied Game Theory, and its application to daily life, gamer thinking, are easy to understand, practical approaches to living your best life. Gamer thinking can help you to become more effective, efficient, precise, productive, and self-aware, thus maximizing individual or group potential at the lowest possible cost. This is an abridged version that we're doing here. I have thousands of pages on this, but I want to simplify it for you. Look, we're living in a world that is functioning ever more on game-based models. AI, ChatGPT, just game models. If you don't get on board with gamer thinking, you will be left behind, maybe even eaten by lions. As Ask Lewis, which is my team, is an extraordinary group of mentors, business people, professional problem solvers, game theorists, and practical philosophers. We all came together in 2007 to support and expand my work and to help you become more effective and more efficient. And the research that we did in this problem solving project explored various models for greater efficiency, effectiveness, precision, and productivity. And we designed it to offer help and support to individuals and organizations in developing their tools and tips and strategies for solving problems of all kinds. So this problem-solving project embraces all approaches to personal development built on love and compassion. We're not into zero-sum games where one person wins and everyone else has to lose. We're interested in collaborative thinking and a situation where everyone gets to win. Now, this is not meant to be a textbook or scholarly. I just want your indulgence, hoping that you'll be able to focus on what we're doing here. And, if you find some shortcomings, forgive me. You can always reach out to me and tell me that you don't follow what I'm saying in the comments below. But here's the thing. The great philosopher Goethe said, when you are ready, willing, and able, any number of unforeseen events and circumstances arise unexpectedly and spontaneously without requirement or discipline or willpower to bring your visions and dreams to fruition. And that's the idea of manifestation. Wu Wei, the Chinese concept of the action that has no action. Even things like The Secret and The Law of Attraction, those tend to be a little superficial, of course. But the more clear you are about your intention, the clearer you are about your desired outcome, the more forces come into play to help you become more effective, more efficient, more precise, and more productive. So let's talk about games. One of the very first things we do in life is play games to engage in a wide range of voluntary activities for learning, as well as for recreational pleasures and enjoyment. It's inherent in our genetic makeup to play. It doesn't matter where in the world we are, what country we are from, or the culture that defines us. The need to play is instinctual. In other words, it is something hardwired into our brains and nervous system. To play is so much a part of who we are that if we don't play, we become unhappy and even sick. As babies, we often and easily play alone. In time, we may expand in playing with a pet, or possibly a bird, a puppy, or a kitten. And as we become a little older, we're instinctively drawn to other people and are likely to play with other children, especially those with whom we may have a natural rapport. Studies show that as children reach the ages of 7 to 12, they naturally begin to play organized games that are a bit more complex than merely making sandcastles in a sandbox. From a very young age, children often play traditional or folk games. These games have been passed down from child to child, from generation to generation, formally or informally, and usually by word of mouth. Here we have learned what the rules are intuitively, without reference to written standards. So the next step may be new, easy to play games, where all that is required is simple rules and equipment. In these games or puzzles, such as Frisbee or Lego, we learn by example from other children. Simple puzzles come into play in that they test a child's ingenuity or knowledge. Soon it's on to team sports, video games, and as a child explores these, they're introduced to and explore the game of life. The term knowing how to play in the sandbox is often used by adults to describe those who are pleasant to be around, who know the rules, and who agree to play the game of life fairly. Many adults don't know how to behave properly because they never taught these game thinking skills when they were children or teenagers. They're cheaters, they have low social intelligence, they have boundary issues and impulsive issues. It's not a pretty sight. And the more skilled you are as a game thinker, the more you can deal with people like this effectively. In recent years, it's become apparent to any attentive observer that game-based scenarios are becoming an increased element of daily life, especially with AI becoming more dominant. For today's youth, the steadily extended period of play and the schooling of the 21st century comes as a result of the increasing complexity of our world and its technologies, smart devices, smart watches, smart rings. Galaxy just came out with a smart ring this week. So these changes demand an increasing intricacy of skills, as well as a more exhaustive set of prerequisite abilities. In these complex times, many of the behavioral and emotional problems associated with adolescence are likely to increase in number and intensity. These problems can distort the thinking of young people and teens as they cope with the increased demands placed on them, demands which have become increasingly abstracted from the work and expectations of adulthood. With software developed explicitly for them, many young children will learn to use computers and develop gamer thinking and strong competitive skills, maybe before they even know how to master the sandbox. So in their teen years, they may become master thinking in games or be crushed by the competitive game thinking of their peers. Soon, the more skilled a game player a person is, as they become and move into adulthood, they more will prosper or suffer if they don't. Over time, the gamer thinking process becomes ever more complex and stressful. This is because, in part, the norms in our fast-paced digital world change so quickly that there's a constant reshaping and redefining of many life games. When viewed from the perspective of gamer thinking, the immaturity of childhood is a time for experimental play without severe consequences. Here we can spend a great deal of time observing the actions of skill of others in coordination with oversight by and activity with our guardians, our parents, our school teachers, even if we are impulsive and we may make some wrong choices, we get saved. So this is where we're starting. I want you to spend this week thinking about the world as a game. Who are the players? Who are the cheaters? What are the ground rules? How skilled are you at playing games? And if you want to learn more about this, just go to asklewistips.com or asklewis.substack.com. If you want to see an hour-long series of videos, there's 5 parts. Those are videos of me speaking in a Q&A session about success using game-based thinking. Thanks a lot for being here today. I'll be publishing at least once a week these audios, and I hope that you will listen and take notes. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and to subscribe. Bye-bye.